Today we'll be reviewing the Kenmore Elite 4.5 cubic foot washer dryer combination model 41003 in silver. Now you might think, well, I've been doing laundry for a long time, and so I'm not going to read a stupid manual on it. I would highly advise against that. There are some things a little bit different in this as far as the care for your clothes. You do have to sort laundry a little bit different, and you want to make sure that you understand exactly how this device works. It doesn't have an external vent, and it doesn't have a traditional lint trap. And so in order to make sure that you don't ruin your clothes, it's important that you read the differences in how this device works. Now, one of the main reasons that we purchased this unit was for the space saving features of it. And so we have a small laundry room right off the kitchen, and we wanted to get something that would allow us to the space to store mops and vacuum cleaners and things like that. And the other thing was it's really a pain to get back. You can see the water softener there on the right, and that system has to have maintenance periodically as well as the water heater, and so it takes a lot of time to move that out, and it's kind of difficult to do. So I'll show another component of this later, but I actually ended up putting this unit on a rolling cart with casters that I also purchased on Amazon, and so I'll do a separate review on that and put a link to it down in the description. But this allows me to just easily move that the washer dryer combination unit out of the way so I can get back there and service the water heater or the water softener system as needed. This unit does have a lot of settings. It's got an Excel wash if you have a small load and you just want to wash them really quickly. It'll do it in about 30 minutes. It's got a steam treatment, it's got a pre-wash, and it's got a stay fresh cycle, which I think is really important if you can't take clothes out of the dryer right away. They will keep the clothes from getting wrinkled, and I found, like with workout clothes, I have some performance polos and stuff that got really wrinkled when the feature wasn't used. Now, one thing I will say with all of those features and settings on it is this unit does take quite a while to wash and dry clothes. It plugs into a 110 outlet, so it doesn't use the 240 typical dryer outlet, and it doesn't vent outside the house, so it uses a condensing cycle to eliminate the water and pump it through the drain. So just allow extra time. We just started washing clothes overnight, and then they're ready in the morning with the Stay Fresh feature. It has your typical pre-wash fabric softener, your main detergent, and your powder detergent settings. So all in a drawer, just like your typical front load washer dryer systems. We haven't had any problems with that, and it really does a good job of cleaning the clothes. The unit has 14 different wash cycles. Some of these will not automatically work with the dry cycle. So for example, the workout wear setting will do a good job of cleaning them, but it doesn't have an automatic dry setting. So if you want to dry them, you'll actually have to go back and turn it on to the dry only setting. Now, we did notice that if you want to only dry clothes, it will still wet them briefly, and then it will dry them afterward. Overall, I would say this unit is much quieter than most that I've ever had. This is my first front load washer, and certainly a lot quieter. Now on the super high spin cycle, it will vibrate a little bit. You might feel it, but it's not extremely loud, certainly quieter than my previous top load washer. I have an old Maytag unit that did a good job. Wasn't super loud, but it was definitely louder than this. We did find that the dryer does put off a bit more heat than a typical dryer, though it's not quite as bad as you might have if you were venting a traditional dryer into the room. It doesn't have any problems with putting out humidity because it extracts the water and pumps that out through the drain. In the wintertime, you'll probably like that it generates a little extra heat. In the summertime, it might compete with your air conditioner a little bit, so it's another reason we decided to do our laundry overnight where it's cooler. I'll show you a couple of the spin cycles here. This one is actually one of the tumble dry setting, not too loud, and you see that it's not much vibration at all. This is the extra high spin cycle, and you can see the minimal vibration even with that. and it does pretty well. I mean, we get a little bit of vibration in the house, but considering this thing's on a caster cart, it doesn't move. So we don't have any problems with major vibration or anything like that. As long as you have it level, it should do pretty well. The vibration is minimal, even with an extremely high spin cycle. Now, about the purchase, I was able to find this device on Amazon, and I was a little hesitant to buy products on Amazon. I bought products from Sears for many, many years, and I've always liked the service agreements that you can purchase. But interestingly, this was about $80 cheaper on Amazon than it was at the Sears website. And Amazon included free delivery and installation and all of the required parts. Amazon also included free haul away for my old washer. All of those things, so the required parts like the hoses, I would have had to pay for at Sears. I would have had to pay for haul away, and they would only do inbox delivery, so they would not set it up for me. I also found that, considering that it was cheaper on Amazon, that the service agreement, a 5-year protection plan from Amazon, was $257, whereas the Sears protection agreement would have been about $430. So I was able to get a better price on the product overall, free installation, free haul away, and all of the required hoses and everything installed for about $80 cheaper than I would have paid just for the washer getting it from Sears. I found that really interesting since this is a Sears product. I'll put a link to my affiliate site where you can purchase this if you're interested, and I will also open up for comments. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.